The tragic case of Elisa Lam is one of the most bizarre and unsettling mysteries of the last decade. In January 2013, the 21-year-old Canadian student embarked on a solo trip along the U.S. West Coast. While staying at the Cecil Hotel in downtown Los Angeles, Elisa disappeared without a trace. Weeks later, her body was found in a rooftop water tank, yet the circumstances surrounding her death are anything but straightforward. How did she get there? Was it an accident, or was foul play involved? The CCTV footage released by the police, which shows Elisa acting strangely in the hotel elevator, has fueled countless theories and questions that remain unanswered to this day. Join us as we take a deep dive into the perplexing case of Elisa Lam. Elisa Lam was a bright and adventurous student at the University of British Columbia. In late January 2013, she decided to take a break from her studies and travel through California on her own, a trip she documented through her blog and social media. She checked into the infamous Cecil Hotel on January 28th, planning to stay for a few days before continuing her journey. The Cecil Hotel itself has a dark past. Built in the 1920s, it became infamous for its association with crime, violence, and mysterious deaths. Notably, the hotel was once home to notorious serial killers like Richard Ramirez, known as the Night Stalker, and Jack Unterweger. Over the years, many strange and violent incidents have occurred within its walls, contributing to the building's eerie reputation. Initially, Elisa shared a room with other travelers. However, after her roommates reported unusual behavior from her, hotel staff moved her to a room by herself. Elisa had been diagnosed with bipolar disorder and depression, conditions that she had discussed openly on her blog. She was prescribed medication to manage her condition, but it remains unclear whether she had been taking it regularly during her trip. On January 31st, Elisa was last seen alive. That same day, she was captured on the hotel's elevator security camera, displaying behavior that would become central to the case. In the now viral footage, Elisa enters the elevator, presses multiple buttons, and seems to be hiding from someone or something. At one point, she steps out of the elevator, gesturing strangely, before disappearing off-screen. The elevator doors remain open for an unnaturally long time, which only adds to the mystery. Who or what was Elisa interacting with? When her parents didn't hear from her, they grew concerned and reported her missing on February 1st. The LAPD launched an investigation, but there were no signs of Elisa. She seemed to have vanished into thin air. Despite a thorough search of the hotel and the surrounding area, including the rooftop, no trace of her was found. Days turned into weeks, and the case began to gain international attention, especially after the police released the disturbing elevator footage on February 14th. But it wasn't until February 19th that the mystery deepened even further. Guests at the Cecil Hotel began complaining about low water pressure, discolored water, and an unusual taste. In response, a maintenance worker checked the rooftop water tanks. To his horror, he discovered Elisa's body floating in one of the large tanks. The discovery of Elisa's body in such a remote and difficult-to-access location raised countless questions. The rooftop was locked, and the water tanks were tall, heavy, and covered by lids that were difficult to open, even for maintenance workers. How could Elisa have gotten inside the tank on her own? And if it was an accident, why hadn't anyone seen her on the roof? The official cause of Elisa's death was ruled as accidental drowning, with her bipolar disorder listed as a significant contributing factor. According to the autopsy, no signs of trauma, sexual assault, or foul play were found. Toxicology reports indicated that Elisa had traces of prescription medications in her system, but no recreational drugs or alcohol. However, it's important to note that Elisa had not taken her full prescribed dosage of medication at the time of her death, which some believe could have played a role in her erratic behavior. Still, many people believe that the official explanation doesn't tell the whole story. The mysterious circumstances surrounding Elisa's disappearance and death have given rise to a number of theories, each more chilling than the last. Theory 1: mental health and accidental death. The first and most straightforward theory is that Elisa's death was the tragic result of a mental health crisis. Those who subscribe to this theory point to Elisa's history of bipolar disorder. It's possible that she experienced a manic episode, which led to her disoriented and bizarre behavior seen in the elevator footage. In a confused state, she may have accessed the roof through an unlocked fire escape and climbed into the water tank, either by accident or in a delusional state. But this theory doesn't explain the logistical issues. How did she close the heavy lid behind her? Or why did no one see her on the roof despite police searching the area? Theory 2. Foul play involving hotel staff. Another popular theory suggests that Elisa met with foul play, potentially at the hands of hotel staff or someone familiar with the hotel's layout. The Cecil Hotel's dark reputation and history of violent crime lend credence to this idea. According to this theory, someone could have lured Elisa to the roof and placed her body in the water tank, staging the scene to make it appear as an accident. This theory raises disturbing possibilities, but investigators found no evidence of struggle, and no suspects have ever been named. Theory 3. Paranormal influence. Given the Cecil Hotel's history, some have speculated that Elisa's death might have been influenced by something supernatural. The hotel's past, filled with violence and death, has led to claims that the building is haunted. Paranormal enthusiasts suggest that Elisa could have been interacting with a ghost or malevolent spirit in the elevator, which explains her strange behavior and gestures. While this theory may seem outlandish, the eerie nature of the footage and the hotel's reputation have made it a talking point in many discussions about the case. Theory 4. The elevator footage was tampered with. Some believe the elevator footage released by the LAPD was altered before being made public. Viewers have pointed out that the timestamp on the video appears to be missing or distorted, and that certain frames seem to be slowed down or cut out. According to this theory, the footage may have been edited to hide the presence of another person, potentially someone responsible for Elisa's death. If this is true, it raises serious questions about why the footage was tampered with and who might be covering up evidence. In the years since Elisa Lam's death, her case has been the subject of countless documentaries, podcasts, and online discussions. Despite the official ruling of accidental drowning, the mystery endures. Some believe that vital information about Elisa's final moments remains hidden, while others think her case is a tragic example of the consequences of untreated mental illness. Whether or not we'll ever know the full truth about what happened to Elisa Lam, her story serves as a haunting reminder of how quickly a life can be lost, and how easily a mystery can grip the imagination of the world. Thank you for joining us as we explored the baffling case of Elisa Lam. Her story is one of the most perplexing and tragic mysteries of the modern age, and it continues to spark debate and speculation. If you have your own theories about what happened, let us know in the comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for more true crime stories that will leave you questioning what you thought you knew. Until next time, stay safe.